Happy Friday, everybody. Welcome, welcome. I'm Deborah with Lazy Day Creations. Let me pop the video up so I can get the comment pinned. Tonight's keyword is holly. I hope everyone's doing good tonight. It is officially the start of the weekend. I know some of you are excited that that's the case. When you're hopping on, say hello. And let me get this pinned. Hey Rochelle, how are you doing? There we go. All right, guys, it's just gonna be another quick craft that I'm doing tonight. Fridays are a little bit harder to be able to get down here and actually do anything. We have a little Boston Terrier that does not like to leave my side. And when I do leave her, she tears up paper and stuff. So keyword Lowry, yeah. Well, what can I say? I mean, I never ever used it until I moved to Minnesota. And I mean, I like it. Keyword is holly. Not Lowry's. Holly. Alright guys, I've got the bistro board right here. It's double-sided. It spins. This is actually something that my husband did in a workshop that I had. He had never chalked before. And what he ended up doing was pasting, I think, the white first, then he cleaned the transfer, put it back down, offset it a little bit, and then he pasted the green. And he came up with that all on his own, never having done it before, never having touched the product. And that's what he came up with. So that was just an idea he had, and it looks really good. I like how he has it offset like that. So again, when you're hopping on, say hello, so we can say hello and welcome you. Okay, what I'm going to do, we're going to take this off of both sides, and we're going to put something Christmassy on it. So we spray it real well with water. Paste scraper. I don't know where Melissa is. Do not know. And I'm just taking it across the board. I know it's a little loud. Sorry about that. Now this has been on since 1st of October. Good, I was hoping it was. Sometimes it is, sometimes it's not. I don't know. I don't know what the difference is. Then you're just going to take a paper towel and just clean up everything that you did get off. And I'm just going to hit those couple places again. Then you're going to come in with the board eraser. I've got a little thing of water sitting over here off to the side. Hey, Melissa. Welcome, welcome. And then you're going to go across the entire surface with your board eraser. And what the board eraser is going to do is going to get rid of anything that was left on it, as well as take away the ghosting that you can get. So after you go over it really well, let's dry it. Okay, and that's the board all clean. And again, it had something like that on the back side. So why don't we go ahead and clean this side as well? That way it'll be done and ready for us to put something on it. And again, I love trying different surfaces with the paste, but the reusable surfaces are really what got me excited about doing this, because you can change it out whenever you want. When can you do that? Is it? I don't know. It could probably the light. I don't have my ring light on. Did not cut it on tonight. The fluffy softness look. Because it doesn't have any crunchy product in it. What are you talking about? No, typically I have my ring light on. Because it gets, it's kind of dark down here in the basement. I mean, there's one overhead light on it for this whole entire area over here. We haven't put any more lighting in yet. So, yeah. Okay. It's still a little wet. You can probably see it, how wet it is still. But all the ghosting is gone, all the paste is gone. It's now ready to reuse. Okay guys, so tonight we're using our Christmas spirit sayings. So we've got Let It Snow. We got some Christmas trees and stars. Holly Jolly. Merry Christmas. Better Not Pout. Believe. Hot Cocoa. And Ho to the Third Power. I almost made the keyword ho. I thought I better not. Oh, me. So, yeah. Keyword is Holly. Okay, so I thought I'd use the Ho to the Third Power on one side. Yeah, I wasn't even thinking. Luckily, I did start thinking and thought better of it. Not used it before, so I am getting some lint on the back. It's called fuzzing. It just helps transfer to not stick too awfully well. That way it won't stretch when you go to take it off. Once you place it down, you're going to run your fingers over it to make sure you don't have any air pockets. I'm sorry I disappointed you. I just couldn't. Yeah, no. I probably would have been giggling the entire live if I had done that. I couldn't. We're going to use chalk paste in bright white. We are going to use and I just put that on the floor. Our shimmer crimson. Isn't that pretty? I don't know if you guys can see it very well, but that is so pretty. And we're going to use another shimmer color tonight. We're using our shimmer spruce. Isn't that nice? I like how it turned out. And that's our shimmer green. It's called shimmer spruce. Everything is in the under the keyword in the links. All right, so I'm just going to do this one in white completely. Yeah, and it didn't really take long to do it at all either. That's one thing I like about inking shirts. You're done in no time. You know, I don't mind the weeding with vinyl. I find that it's relaxing for me. Most people, that's their biggest complaint. I don't mind the weeding, but with vinyl, after several washes, the vinyl starts peeling up in different areas. I mean, sometimes you can't notice it. But then other times, it's really bad. And with the ink, that doesn't happen. I mean, very simple. What's going on with my signal? I'm sorry, guys, if it's going in and out on you. I've noticed it twice. So let's try this really quickly so we can flip it over and do the other side. Yeah, there's several more shirts I want to do. If you see the red box over my head, we're live. If you don't see it, you're watching the replay. It would help my page out a lot if you would comment, even if it's replay. It just helps boost my page so more people will be able to see it. I would really appreciate it. trying to get a little bit more visibility on my page. And your commenting helps with that a lot. Okay, that's dry. So we're gonna turn it over. And I'm actually and I thought I would also I'd see about putting the holly on the other side. And I did not cut it completely through. So let's give this one a fuzz. I'm also thinking about doing some mugs on a future live, one that's pretty soon, with some Christmas sayings on some mugs. I thought that would be a neat project to do, to be able to show everyone how easy it is to ink on something other than fabric. Just make sure you get it put down really well. I'm gonna do the holly leaves first. You guys are kind of quiet for Friday night. I figured you'd be all loud because you're so thankful it's Friday. I'll use the red for the berries. Actually, I think I'm going to use my detail tool instead of the mini. Now, if you go out on my shop and you're looking around at the paste or whatever, if you see the term in vogue, which is beside, I think, most all the shimmers, that means that it's available for a limited time. Yeah, I noticed Melissa was gone. So if there's any of the shimmers especially that you really like, that you've seen me use, because I've used several of them so far. There's still a few that I want to use, and I probably will. You may want to consider grabbing them before they get put on what we call put on pause. Exactly, Rochelle. What they do with certain things is once the season is over, I mean, Of course, there's some things, transfers and colors, that get retired. So once they're gone, you can't get them. But there are certain transfers and colors that go away once the season is over. But they will return when the season is back. So a lot of these shimmers that you're seeing me use are some of those items. Just three brownie points? I don't know. I think it should be more. So let's pull this up. Spray it with water. I've already sprayed the other one. Let's dry this and we'll put it in the stand. There you go. Much better. I think there should be stiff penalties and consequences. Isn't that pretty? I love the shimmers. And against the black of the board, they show up really, really well. Let me get it dry and I'll hold it up. You see the shimmer when I move it? Just a simple saying, simple project. Now with the board and base, there's a hole on the bottom and a hole on the top. You line it up. And then you screw the top down. And there we have it. I love this bistro board. That way you can flip it around and change it up just in a very simple way, just by turning it on the other side of it. Let's clean our transfers. It is important to clean them right away. If you can't get to them right away, spray them with water. At least spray them with water. That way, the paste or the ink, whichever one you're using, doesn't have a chance to dry in your transfer. It just makes it extremely hard to get them clean. I mean, you can, but it makes it a lot harder, and you run the risk of damaging your transfer the harder that you have to work to get a color out. I always like to go over mine to begin with a paper towel. Once I get it wet, the transfer wet, it just, to me, I feel like it saves the life of my board eraser a little bit. But I always go back in with the board eraser. This is one step you don't need to miss. And on any of the projects in the supply list that I make, the board erasers are always in the supply list. They come in a pack of 2. And you can cut them apart, make them smaller. And I'm just going over the sticky side, kind of light, just to dry it a little bit. But they come in a pack of 2. You can cut them up and use like pie, pie triangles, however you want to. Or you can use it, obviously you can use it whole. Some people like to cut them up in little pie shapes. They feel like they're a little easier to use. Okay. All clean and ready for the next time I want to use them. One thing I may end up doing is maybe put a little bow, just tie a bow. I don't like to permanently put anything on my reusable surfaces that I have. Number one, with just starting fairly recently, I don't have a lot of inventory. So I like to reuse what I have. And if you permanently put something on there, like any kind of embellishment, you're not going to be able to take it off and reuse it quite the same way you would have if you hadn't put something permanent on it. So I may tie a ribbon on the base, but other than that, that's it. You're done. You got 2 different signs that you can use. So guys, that's all I have for this Friday night. Like I said, I just, Friday nights are a little bit of a challenge with planning and whatnot. Plus, everyone's tired. It's been a long week. So, I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. Don't work too hard. Try to get some rest. And I will see you guys tomorrow night. Good night.